Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the New England Patriots.
An absolutely perfect fall afternoon for football, and we are under bright blue Colorado skies at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the New England Patriots. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should. And what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
And off we go from Denver. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And his first look is incomplete. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Patriots, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. That's overload. Overload.
Check number 6. Check number 6.
To throw on 3rd down, Daniels. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their lost last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Okay, ready? Mike 42. Hey, let's get them hoes. Mike 42, Mike 42. We own them.
On second down, it's Peterson. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Single, single.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. He's got his tight end fan, and he will have a Broncos first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here's big. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Kermit. Hot go. Fires the mic. So we got me.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Daniels. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early. A definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Peterson will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Desmond King now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Bring it. Mike 17, Mike 17.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Even. 4 down. Even.
This is Hines. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 59 yards.
And partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week. It's a pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's going to have a Patriots first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
This is Harris. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
4 down.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
It's going to be a long day. Mike 17. Mike 17.
On first down, Hines. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Tight end left.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Big edge.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Tight right.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
60 Bobcat.
Now Jones. Henry's got it out on the left side. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A 10-play drive that time, and it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it. better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double tight, double tight. Hot, go. 4 down, check. 4 down, 4 down. 35's the mic. Watch the pass.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike 42, Mike 42.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Daniels completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
35's the mic.
They'll hand it off now. Williams able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Here we go. Shaq. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 6 man. Check curls. Check curls. Mike.
They go play action here on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Double tight.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down.
Williams. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. Here's Desmond King on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
We got 4. We got 4.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Watch tight end. 4 down. 4 down. Alert.
Here's Hines. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
What they call?
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now it's Hines. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Throwing Jones. Open man is Galladay, complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Mike 17. Too little, cupcake. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
2nd down and goal. Jones. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Henry as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he checks this one down to Williams. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
35's the mic. Huh, come on.
Back to throw. Daniels. This is the tight end fan. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
35's the mic.
A final shot before break. Daniels. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So, well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And able to get this out to the 25. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, into a sea of defenders, have intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
35.
Back to throw. Daniels. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards, and the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
69 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run again with Hines. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let him know, let him know. Check, check, check.
On 1st down, Hines. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After 60.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
17's Mike. Mike 17.
On first down, it's Hines, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Mike 17. Mike 17.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 25. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Got you, son. Mike 17. Mike 17.
Now a give, running left is Harris. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Tight left, tight ends left. 4 down, 4 down. Check, check.
And with a play clock about to expire, Mike McCarthy's going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready? 70 Lion. Mike 17. Let's go one more. 17's Mike. Mike 17.
They'll run with Harris, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 13-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
26, check 26.
They hand this off to Harris, and he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Right here.
Operating from the gun, Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Butker's kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
35 to Michael.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Second and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
35's the mic.
It's coming this way, coming. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
To throw again, Daniels. He's got his big tight end, Fant, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Daniels got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton, and he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exact. So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
35's the mic. Go, go, go.
Back to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Tight end right.
We got 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
42's the mic. I got one. Mike,
Looking to throw. Daniels. He'll drop this down to Williams. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw.
Throwing again. Daniels. He completes this to Sutton. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 17-yard line.
I love the the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now. I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Extra point up and through. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, here's King. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. New England's offense set to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now Jones on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And a Bronco defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Come on, baby. Let's get this.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Throwing deep for Galladay. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here pulled in by Galladay. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
In this situation, The dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
Going right back to Galladay. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Right, Roger.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Warriors, 70.
Here's Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. To return it now, here's King. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriots ready to get the football back. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Two times. Hey, we are
Ready.
And they take a knee.
Double tight. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Go.
And they will take a knee here. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix